Coming up on Mountain News this morning, groups fighting to end the opioid crisis are in Louisville for the annual Kentucky Opioid Symposium. And educators throughout the country are using this month to raise awareness about bullying.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this October 14th. It's 6:31 this morning and time for a check of our weather with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Jim, what's going on for our Tuesday?
All right, looks like we're going to have a pretty nice run with the temperatures this week. There's no doubt about that. So the next few days, we're going to be right back in that 70-degree territory, maybe dipping into the 60s at times. Got a big weekend storm system. Now, the thing about this weekend storm system, it gets in here probably more so for us on Sunday, brings some rain, and could even bring some thunderstorm activity, but it kind of opens the door for even more active weather. The pattern starts to load up after that. I'm not saying it's active and raining every single day, but I do think we get quite a bit more going out there. So out there today, sunny and warm. I think we should be somewhere in the low to even mid-70s in many cases. You head out toward Prestonsburg, 71, Pikeville around 70, and over into Wise, Virginia there, 64. So, and of course here in Hazard, we're looking pretty good as well with those low 70s. So this is going to be a pretty comfortable day out there, all things considered. But we'll break down the change coming up a little bit later.
An Eastern Kentucky coal operator has entered a guilty plea in a federal tax evasion case. According to court documents, John Thomas Quintrell pleaded guilty to 6 federal counts of willful failure to collect or pay over tax. Quintrell withheld more than $22 million in federal income taxes and FICA taxes. He was the owner of Civil LLC, a limited liability company engaged in coal mining in Harlan County. And we do have even more about this on our website, WYMT.com. The trial date was set for a Johnson County man who's facing federal charges in a voyeurism case. Henry Richter admitted to using hidden cameras to secretly record a 15-year-old girl showering and dressing. That incident came about last month when the teenager accessed Richter's phone while he was picking up an order inside a restaurant. The date for the trial was set for January 12, 2026 in Ashland. A pretrial conference was scheduled for January 8th. A Johnson County man is facing charges after police say he fired a gun toward a wall with 7 people near it. Police responded to the incident last Wednesday at a home at 9793 Kentucky Route 201. After speaking with Rocky Harless, police say he told them that he was going to kill himself but didn't have the guts to do it. According to an arrest citation, Harless's wife told police this all started when he came home drunk and started fighting. The visitation for a retired Southern Kentucky judge was held last night. Walter McGuire died Wednesday after state police say his truck was in a collision on Kentucky 80 east of Somerset. He served on the bench for decades, starting in the 1970s. In fact, he was one of the first district judges in Kentucky, with his service beginning not long after a new state law was enacted. He also served as a family court judge. His colleagues say what made him special was his wide knowledge of the people of the area.
He knew things about the families and their histories that, he could use in making the decisions for the families. He knew what they had been through.
A memorial service for McGuire will take place at 4 o'clock today at the First Methodist Church in Somerset. 3 judge executives from Perry, Floyd, and Pike counties teamed up to discuss a renewed emphasis on the Pride program and cleaning up the region. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino explains.
We need to showcase Eastern Kentucky. We not only have a beautiful landscape, we have beautiful people in Eastern Kentucky.
Robbie Williams, Scott Alexander, and Ray Jones, 3 Eastern Kentucky judge executives who have teamed up to kickstart the Pride Initiative. On Monday, they joined WYMT's Issues and Answers to discuss the illegal dumping problem throughout the region.
This starts with our kids when they're in school. And we've got to do a better job of educating our children and our citizens about the importance of keeping our communities clean, protecting our waterways, because the future of the region depends on that.
Pike County Judge Executive Ray Jones says tourism has grown in the last few years.
Tourism can work here if we approach it the right way. Tourism will not work here If people drive in here and they see illegal dumps, they see waste tires in the streams and creeks.
But county officials agree the region has to be cleaner in order for tourism to increase.
No one wants to visit a community and you pull up in a community and it's nasty. So we have to look good from afar, and it starts with trying to tackle these issues.
And illegal dumping is unacceptable.
With the tourism growth and stuff that we're seeing, we've got to get the messaging out that it's no longer okay to throw your trash out here. We live in one of the most beautiful places, if not the most beautiful place, I think, in America. We're inviting people in, and they're coming, but we've got to bring a generation up that says it's no longer okay to throw your trash out.
Working together to bring new opportunities to Eastern Kentucky. In Perry County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
And you can watch that full interview of Issues and Answers on our website, WYMT.com. The state's Division of Surplus Properties is hosting an online auction for equipment no longer used by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. The auction closes October 21st at 10 o'clock. Items like heavy-duty trucks, snowplows, and mowers are available. For more details, you can go to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's Facebook page. Proceeds will support projects at the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and Division of Surplus Properties. Groups fighting to end the opioid crisis are in Louisville for the annual Kentucky Opioid Symposium. Many of the organizations present have received funding from the Kentucky Opioid Abatement Advisory Commission. They're at the symposium to show other groups the work that they've been able to do to help communities across the state and to open up a conversation about new ways to fight the opioid crisis.
Great opportunity for organizations to get together, to collaborate, to have dialogue, have discussion, and learn things about what the current efforts are that they can bring to their community.
The sold-out Kentucky Opioid Symposium continues today. In Shelby County, the courthouse annex reopened yesterday after a bed bug outbreak. Exterminators had to treat the building on Washington Street last week. Officials have not been able to figure out how the bed bugs got inside the facility. Our sister station in Louisville talked to some people who were heading into the courthouse annex yesterday. Some of them say that they had to reschedule their visits last week because of this outbreak. October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Educators throughout the country are using this month to raise awareness about bullying and to take action to help their students. At Pike County Central High School, the Green Dot program is making an impact in an effort to create safe spaces for students throughout schools in the Big Sandy region, which also gives students tools if bullying becomes an issue.
It's all those little things that we sometimes get busy in our own world. And we need to be able to step in and step up and do something to help our fellow friend, neighbor, classmate, stranger at times. And we try to give a lot of resources.
The Green Dot program also provides peer support and peer mentoring for students. In West Virginia, the Kanawha Valley Regional Transportation Authority is expanding its KRT Plus service to 3 new zones. The communications director says the change includes transitioning Route 13 Beach Avenue and Route 15 South Hills from fixed route buses to KRT Plus service. This expansion has been in the works for more than a year. There was a pilot phase of KRT Plus making sure the service ran efficiently.
I think KRT Plus will help people be able to get to our fixed route bus services more efficiently as well. So you can take a KRT Plus ride to a fixed bus route. And so that helps provide that access to people who maybe are farther away from bus routes.
If you are interested in the KRT app, you can download it from the Google Play Store or the App Store. Sunday was West Virginia Fallen Firefighters Day. Governor Patrick Morrisey signed a proclamation to honor fallen heroes. The day was about gathering to honor and remember the loss of 3 firefighters who died in the line of duty. The son and wife of one fallen firefighter stood at the fallen firefighter statue looking at a new plaque honoring his memory. Benny Fillige's family, who continued to grieve his loss, say they were touched by the support.
Me and my dad, we used to bring our ladder down every year for this memorial every year. So he was a big part of it for a long time. And it's just, we always sat towards the back. I never thought we'd ever have to sit towards the front on this and see his name actually put on the monument, but it was a true honor.
Organizers say the fallen firefighter statue went up in 1994, and since then, every year, firefighters and loved ones gather at the monument and pay their respects for those who have fallen. Well, we do have a safety alert for you if you drive throughout the state. Officials are reminding folks to watch out for deer crossing the roads. They say most crashes involving deer happen between October and December. That's because it's deer mating season, and they have to travel more to find food in the fall and winter. Remember to stay alert, especially around dawn and dusk, and slow down. Last year, there were more than 3,000 crashes involving deer in Kentucky. Well, thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:41. Helping children and teens through grief. We have the details on how one nonprofit is helping young people through group and animal therapy.